Hello, everybody. Chris Adams here. It is Friday, so I hope everybody has a good weekend. I am here early. I am actually just drinking water today because I had way too much coffee. Congratulations to Toronto for winning their first championship in what I believe 25 years. And I foolishly didn't really care that they invented basketball. So you think they would have won earlier, but life isn't fair. But congratulations to them. A happy Drake means two new songs are going to drop today. So I wanted to talk to everybody about the fact that a lot of comedians, no, not everyone, of course, but many comedians are a lot smarter than they appear on stage. And I have a theory as to why. But what really brought this up was I was looking through Twitter and also some other videos, and I found this particular thing that happened. And let me just read it real quick. So Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeted, "The universe is blind to our sorrows and indifferent to our pains. Have a nice day." To which Norm Macdonald tweeted back, "Neil, there is a logic flaw in your little aphorism that seems quite telling. Since you and I are part of the universe, then we would also be indifferent and uncaring. Perhaps you forgot, Neil, that we're not superior to the universe, but merely a fraction of it. Nice day indeed." ah, just when, uh, just when you thought you couldn't love Norm Macdonald more, which I'm a huge fan. I think he's one of the most underappreciated and best comics out there. He is getting a little older, but he has a very professorial vibe. And a lot of comics, I know that Robert, I don't know, can't remember his name right now, but he was in Comedian. Another, as comics get older, a lot of times they tend to have a professorial vibe. And I think my theory as to why many comedians are actually a lot smarter than they appear is that the nature of comedy itself, what we have to do in order to write jokes. It's not a lot of people I've noticed when they think they try and tell a comic a joke. It's like a street joke that it's been on the internet or people have said for a very long time. And the way most comics actually develop material is they observe life, and either something happens to them personally or they observe it or hear it about it from somebody else. And so you have to take that in, and then you have to find the exaggerations, and you have to use there's a lot of technique that goes into making something seem just naturally funny that probably took a very long time to develop. So I've had some jokes that took years before they finally came into being and were actually good. And that but you have to say it over and over and over again, and you have to tell the story over and again, and you have to talk to different people as you tell the story to get different perspectives. You have to understand not just the audience that you're on at any given moment, what they're thinking, but even other audiences, and how universal is this idea. And there's just so much that actually goes into it. That's a lot of critical thinking. And I wouldn't say that it's traditional school knowledge, but you have to understand human nature as well. And so doing that, I think you're more in tune with people, regular people, as well as just anybody, that you have to understand what they're thinking and feeling in order to tell a story correctly, and you have to study the masters. I always love studying Richard Pryor. Still one of my favorite comics. I wouldn't want to live the way he lived, but as far as the way he performed, that it's just amazing. So I look at people and I think, I don't think people respect, because comics play dumb. And the reason why we play dumb is because there's nothing at all inherently awesome about having an intellect above maybe other people. That just seems condescending and mean. And I think that's where scientists can sometimes get caught into, because, they're lauded and they're told, like, oh, you're the best, and you have, everything you say is amazing. Whereas comics constantly have to face people going, that wasn't good, and we develop, I think, a quick understanding that we're not superior to anybody. We're just merely telling you, either reporting what's happening in our own lives or reporting what we're seeing in the world around us. Observational comedy. And I think that does take a a certain type of brain that to even want to do that in the first place, and then another type of brain to even be able to decipher everything that you're getting and then understand what's happening. So I think people look at comics like, oh, they're just jokesters, but there's a lot more to it. And I know for myself, my brain is always running, so I will constantly be thinking about a million different things at a single given time. Even while I'm working, sometimes I'm thinking about other things, and I'm still able to do my job, but I'm thinking about a million different subjects, or usually contemplating uh, the best way to live a life. Even though I fail most of the time, I still feel like I'm trying to go for this greater truth. And it's very hard though, because most of the time I realize I'm just an idiot and I don't really know anything. And the more I learn, the less I feel like I even know. Because I'm like, who knows what's right and I mean, I know not what's right and wrong, but what's correct and what is true versus what is false. Because every year I feel like I'm covering different things that I once thought were true, and then they end up being completely a lie. So, I think uh, good comics try to search for truth, and it's not easy. But anyway, so I saw this exchange and I thought it was brilliant and beautiful and concise and well done by Norm Macdonald. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday, and thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna go to work now.